Well, we are really excited to be sitting down together and talking about what is happening with the Missions Committee and some exciting news that they have, and figured that the best way to get this information to you was just to chat. So we'll just let you watch this conversation together, and hope that you enjoy it and hope you get some great information about what's going on. So Rhonda, I hear the Missions Committee has some exciting news for us, so fill us in. What's going on?
Well, we have decided as a mission committee to go to the Missouri Children's Baptist Home.
Okay.
And it's in Peculiar, Missouri, which is just south of Kansas City.
Okay.
And we're doing this April 8th through 11th.
Okay.
So leaving on a Friday and coming back on a Monday.
Okay.
But if there was somebody that needs to shorten the trip some because they can't get off work or something, they just need to let us know and we can try to work them into it also.
Okay, sounds good. So before we get into the details of the trip, how did you hear about the Missouri Children's Home? What is it? Tell us about that ministry a little bit.
Okay, well, I heard about it because I used to be on the Women's Missionary Union board, and many of the people from some of the homes would come and speak. There's many states that have homes.
Oh, okay.
Iowa doesn't,
Okay.
but what we decided as a committee was to pick the one that was closest.
Sure.
So this will only be like a 4.5 hour trip to get there. And what they do is they provide a living opportunity for some children who either need help within their family or are up for adoption, different situations like that. The goal of the goal of the home is to find a permanency plan for the children that live there.
Okay.
They also have an adult side. I think it's 4 apartments that they have.
Oh.
For some mentally challenged adults.
Sure. Okay.
To get them out into the community to work and stuff like that, and then eventually have them move out of those apartments and sustain themselves in the community.
Okay, so this kind of almost functions as a landing spot, a temporary landing spot for these kids or for some of these adults to get them to where they need to go.
Correct.
And the kids who are in these situations, they're kind of either going through difficult things personally or going through really difficult things in their family life or have a hard past.
Correct, and some of them are already up for adoption.
Okay.
So they're looking for either foster homes for them or a permanent adopted home for some of the children.
Oh, that's awesome. And so we're going to be taking some people to help at this home. What are we going to be doing? The people who go, what are they doing?
Well, this is the exciting part for me, because one of the things that Jamie and I have talked about, who's at the home, is planting a secret garden.
Okay.
And you may be asking, what's a secret garden?
Yeah, what is a secret garden?
Well, a secret garden, it would be a place of like a path, kind of, that maybe there's a bench on, that counselors can take some of the children out, or even some of the adults out, and just sit and talk and visit.
Okay.
In a more comfortable place versus in a room where you're meeting with your counselor,
Right.
a little bit more relaxed
Okay.
and stuff. And also a place maybe that the children can go and be alone to seek the Lord, or just need some of that alone time to just try to figure some things out.
Yeah, good. We all know how valuable that alone, quiet is.
Amen.
And also how uncomfortable it's got to be sometimes for those kids to be in that room, the kid in a chair, the counselor in a chair.
Very
this is more
uncomfortable.
side by side. Yeah,
Yep.
That's awesome. So what do you hope that this trip will do in the lives of the people who are going?
Well, one of the things we're hoping is to reignite the passion for missions in our people.
Yeah, good.
To know that there is something outside of us, outside of Iowa, outside of maybe our thoughts on different things that we could do to be the hands and feet of the Lord.
Oh man, that is a great purpose. And so when in our previous conversation that we had about this, we talked about the secret garden, and then also talked some about a vegetable garden as well. Is that still in the plans?
That is in the plan, because depending on how many of us decide to go on this trip, there may not need to be 30 hands or 40 hands in this particular thing. So planting a vegetable garden, and that may or may not be alongside some of the children.
Okay. Oh,
you know, like some of the children living there, or some of those adults that live there, maybe out there side by side with us working.
Okay, and so, I mean, like, I can see, like, the secret garden, the value there, but planting a vegetable garden, Rhonda, it doesn't seem all that spiritual. Well, what purpose does a vegetable garden serve for this children's home?
Well, it would serve them having some food.
Okay.
Okay, not that they necessarily need that food, but it also provides an opportunity for work. Because all of us know that we need to work.
Yes.
So yeah, we may go, and even if the children don't help us plant, they will be the ones maybe picking the tomatoes or picking the cucumbers.
Good.
And just that sense of accomplishment of providing something, which I think would be really neat if they get to help us plant, because if they get to help us plant, then to see it to fruition, just like we like to see that in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it also gives them some skills for the future as well. Awesome. Okay, so down to the details, the nitty gritty of this trip. You already talked about the dates and such. How many people do you hope will go on this trip?
The goal is 12 to 15 people.
Okay.
And I know one of the things that the elder board came back to us with was, can families go? And when you limit it to 12 to 15 people, that doesn't even take into maybe 2 of our families in our church, you know, if they want to go. However, because of the situation and some of the children that live there, they've recommended no one under 12 years old go.
Okay.
So it's 12 and over, but if you are under 18 years old, you have to have your parent go with you.
Okay. Okay, so make sure I understand this right. So anyone under 12 not able to go because of Baptist Children's Home, what they kind of want to see done, and we're serving them and want to do kind of fall within their guidelines. Anyone 12 to 18 needs to go with a parent.
Correct.
And then obviously any adult who wants to go is free to go. Okay, great. How much is this going to cost?
And this is approximate, but in the Missions Committee talking and coming up with numbers and lodging and all that type of stuff and possible meals, is about $300 per person.
Okay, so $300 per person, and that covers everything.
That would cover everything.
That gets them from the door of the church all the way there, all the way back, 300-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. Okay.
And what we have, as the Missions Committee, have decided that 300, you may be looking at that and thinking that's too much, because if I pay my gas and I do room and blah, blah, blah. But we've decided the extra money, we will if there's money left over, we will probably just make a donation to the home for them to use in fertilizer or whatever means that they feel could be used.
Good. Okay. So then just kind of final question. If someone has watched this conversation, they're thinking, okay, I'm interested. I'm not committing. I'm not committing, but I'm interested. I want some more information, want to chat. What is the next step that they need to take?
Well, the first thing they would need to do is let Laura or I know.
Okay, so Laura Russ
and me.
Okay.
And the other thing is there is a sign-up sheet in the lobby for you to put your name down on. And next Sunday, immediately following the church service. Did you catch that word?
Immediately. So not going and talking to my friends for 10 minutes and then coming.
Correct, because some of us teach Sunday school, so we need to get off our class. However, we want to do it immediately, hoping that we can share the information with you, and then you can go visit with everybody, because the visiting is important too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's like boom. Right. Right here, right now, boom, we're done.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, so this is going to be what, February 13th? Okay, so February 13th, immediately after the morning service. Just
right here.
In the youth room?
No, right in front of the stage.
Right in front of the stage. Right, okay, all right, so we'll do this. So near the front of the stage, at the end of the service, February 13th, short informational meeting, and you get more details there. So talk to you or Laura, sign up, come to that meeting, and then you sign your life away.
No, because after that we will allow you to say, I'm not quite sure that's going to work for us.
Okay, all right. So this is all just
informational, and then we'll probably give it a few more weeks for you to make your decision as we give maybe a little more detail to those people who have shown some interest.
Great, awesome. Well, just as your pastor, I would really encourage you to consider going on this trip. This is April 8th through the 11th, so it is right around the corner. It's going to be coming up really soon. This is an incredible opportunity for you to serve, to be the hands and feet of Jesus to some of the most needy, to the orphans, to those who are just in need of help and hope, and some who are oppressed. And so be praying about what God would have you do, how you can be involved in this. And I want to thank the Missions Committee, Rhonda and Laura and the rest of the committee for your work on this, and excited about what God is doing.
Amen.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks.
Okay.